So, Rich Eisen, the man who very much defended Jake Browning as, what was his take again? He said Jake Browning was better than a third of quarterbacks in the NFL. Wait, I had the same take. Holy crap! Oh no! Oh no! That's me. That's me. No. I didn't say a third. I said he's better than a lot of other backup quarterbacks. But Rich Eisen did say that he's better than a third of quarterbacks in the NFL, starting quarterbacks, that is, which obviously did not age well. He also said the Bengals season is not over, which it isn't. We're 2-3. It's not over. It's definitely struggling, though. It's on life support. And what else? He said that he thought the Bengals could win games with Jake Browning, which we have yet to do. Well, we did win the Jags game, but fully starting Jake Browning, no. And obviously, as he says in this video we're going to get into, that's because 2023 was what he was basing it off of. And I think a lot of people were basing off 2023 for Jake Browning. Obviously, 2023 is no longer a thing. Let's go ahead and listen up to what he had to say about the Joe Flacco experience, though, and how he thinks the situation's going to go.
To start against the Bengals. He was in Berea on a flight home from London earlier this week. He's probably showing up crack of dawn on a Monday, and it's now, hey, I'm moving to Cincinnati on a Tuesday. And then on a Wednesday, he's named the starter by the head coach for Sunday's game in Green Bay. Zach Taylor was asked about it.
Excited to get him out there. We'll start him this week, so he's going to take all the reps, get ready to go. I mean, it's different than a young quarterback coming in, trying to learn a system and understand what a defense is trying to do to challenge you. Not only that, but he's played Green Bay this year, so he's already gone through a week of prep. So that's the nice part is now the communication and the weekly rhythm is maybe different, unique, but he's already prepared for this opponent. So he gets a chance to refresh himself on that, while at the same time just learning our system and our terminology and our verbiage and how we operate, but also knowing that he's played. Now he hasn't played there this year, so the crowd noise and all that stuff's different, but at least he's got some experience playing.
Sure enough, yes, Flacco's only win as a Browns quarterback this year came against Green Bay.
Hold up. So, I don't know why, but that just seems 100% like when they were trading for Joe Flacco, they were like, all right, who should we trade for? And then it's like, wait, hold up. Who beat Green Bay? Any quarterback that beat Green Bay, are they available? Go for that guy. Thought it was hilarious.
Really, the defense was the one that kept them in a game while the offense sputtered until the very end when they got some points enough to win it.
Exactly.
Normally, when you have a chance to beat the Packers twice in a year, you're playing in their division. You're playing in the NFC North, not the AFC North, but that's the way this is going. And it can only go two ways. I consider this. All right. It can only go two ways. It can work out really well. Like he's showing up and this offense suits him, and that's Jamar Chase, and that is T. Higgins, and the scheme has been the scheme, and these guys have been open, and Jake Browning has just not delivered it in a way that Flacco is veteran enough to do it. And it's going to look like clockwork, like he's been there all along, or...
Before I get to the or, I will say, I think there is a level that is what's going to happen, and that's what I think is going to happen, is that it's going to be Jake Browning holds the ball way too long. He holds up to 5 seconds of play, so he's taking sacks. He's getting pressures when he doesn't need to. And also, he's not able to throw the ball across the field. Jake Browning is wildly inaccurate, and it's a really big issue. And we have seen it so much over the years, or over this year, and in 2023 as well, when he has missed some wide open throws, but also in preseason as well. He's wildly inaccurate. He's also really can't read the defense to save his life. Like, again, as I said many times, I'm not saying that Joe Flacco coming in is going to be the best option possible and is going to completely make us a Super Bowl contender. But what Joe Flacco is he better than Jake Browning? Yes. Is he going to win us more games than Jake Browning would? Yes. if that means he wins us 1 game and Jake would win us 0, then that would be technically better. But anyway, option 2.
The offensive line that has been a massive question mark in the Joe Burrow era, including a handful of times during the Jake Browning era of 2025. This is the absolute worst, what did you say, iron deer on the front lawn that you could put in there. And this with a certain individual coming off of a bye week, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys. This guy, all rested and his back is ready to go, coming off the bye week.
Maca
is coming. And it's going to be a spectacular flame out. I don't think there's any gray area here on this one. Now, that said, no. I will fully admit this. Again, for those who might be new to our program here. We turned, 11 years old earlier this week.
Yeah.
And in the 11-year history of the program, my worst take, hands down, still a clubhouse leader, was during the bubble year of the NBA Finals, and the Miami Heat performed so well, only to fall to the Anthony Davis, LeBron-led Lakers. And the word on the street was the Heat were interested in Giannis, and I'm like, the way they just played with Tyler Hero, that kid, and Jimmy Butler and everybody, for Coach Spo, don't trade for Giannis. Worst take I've ever had. Right? Yeah. Correct? Don't trade for Giannis. It almost
made my head explode.
Right. And you guys were like, don't say that.
Yeah. You said it for like 3 days, and on the third day, I couldn't hold back. The first 2 days, I was like, I don't know.
You were being kind. You were being kind.
I didn't know if I had the right to say anything.
Especially because Giannis was 25 at the time, coming off.
No, eventually you were taking at home. Like, what is happening at work? Are you okay? That has been firmly ensconced in the clubhouse. But knocking on the clubhouse door,
it's coming close,
is me saying Jake Browning's better than a third of the starting quarterbacks in the National Football League based on what he did in 2023 and how he's going to take in the opportunity here in 2025 to fill in for Joe Burrow. And the Bengals season is not over, and he's going to show up and show out. And now he's been immediately benched.
Here's what I'll say, right? I think no matter what, the Packers game is going to be an outlier. I think we're going to do our best with Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco is going to do his best in the Packers game this weekend. It's the first game he's playing for us. It's the first game as a Bengal. This always happens where a quarterback, first time they go to a new team, first time they have a chance as a backup to join or be a starter, they always do really, really good, right? Just happens. Jake Browning this year when, he took over for Joe Burrow against Jacksonville, we won that game. Now, he didn't do great, but we won it in the end, right? I think we're going to win this game with Joe Flacco. And I think he's going to look really good because he's a good veteran quarterback. But that's going to be the outlier. And I think moving forward after that, it's going to be a struggle bus to, be like to ever live back up to that Packers game that we see this weekend. I still think he's going to do good, and I see it as same as Rich Eisen here. I see it as one of two ways, and I think the way it's going to happen is it's going to be successful. And I think it's going to be very successful. And when I say very successful, I'm not saying like we're going to go out there and do amazing, right? Because keep in mind, you got to temper expectations. Being very successful for us means just winning the game. Not going out there and blowing out anyone. We're not going to do that, but we're going to win the game. Maybe by 3, by 7, whatever. Just getting the job done. And surviving until Joe Burrow comes back. So, that's kind of how I look at it, but tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys next one.